Hello and welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint Show. I am your host, Jay Jones. Black Entrepreneur Blueprint was created specifically to educate and inspire Black entrepreneurs to launch, build, and grow successful businesses. Join us as we help build an economic power base in the Black community by promoting business ownership. If you are currently an entrepreneur or want to be an entrepreneur, we invite you to join us every week here at Black Entrepreneur Blueprint.
Welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, episode number 364. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and today we have another outstanding and informative show in store for you. Today's show topic is upselling versus downselling. Which one will make you more money and why? Upselling versus downselling. Which one will make you more money and why? Now, as entrepreneurs, our objective obviously is to make as much money as possible by selling quality products and or services. But in order to be more profitable, we have to understand the concepts of upselling and downselling and which one is more profitable. Now, before we get to today's show, I just want to share a few things with the BEB family. First and foremost, I want to welcome all first-time listeners to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Welcome to the BEB family. Please stick around until the end of today's broadcast, and I'm going to share all my social media contact information and my resource links, such as the link to my new book, A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful eCommerce Businesses. Two platforms I created to help circulate dollars in the worldwide Black economy, BeSmartByBlack.com and HireBlackFreelancers.com, and also my new rebranded, rebooted Black Entrepreneur Blueprint Academy. You can go to BEBacademy.com, get 5 days free access to all of my online trainings, courses, workshops, and webinars, BEBacademy.com. Now, let's get ready for today's show. So today, guys, we're going to dive into upselling versus downselling. Which one will make you more money and why? So there are many quote unquote gurus out there that use the upselling technique in order to sell products. And we're going to start, or services, and we're going to start off by defining what upselling and downselling is. So the definition of upselling, it's a sales technique used to get a customer to spend more money by buying an upgraded or premium version of what's being purchased. Example, would you like fries with that meal? So if you're going into the store and you're ordering a hamburger, many times a simple upsell is, would you like fries with that? Would you like to supersize it? Would you like a shake with that? So that's the definition of upselling. Now let's look at the definition of downselling. Downselling involves a reversal of the upsell. It's almost like a funnel turned upside down, and we'll get into that later on. But if a customer does not want the product you want to sell, you suggest a lower priced alternative. So downselling is starting high and then dropping down, where upselling is starting low and then going up. Okay. Now, upselling usually starts off with a free or a lower priced offer, whereas downselling usually starts off with your highest priced offer. Now, that may seem counterintuitive to you because we've been taught so much to use an upsell. Okay, and that's what people, quote unquote, think is normal. But we're going to talk about that today, and we're going to talk about why that may not be the case. And I'm not saying that it doesn't work, because I use the concept of upselling also, but I also use the concept of downselling. And there's certain benefits to downselling that we're going to get into later on in today's show. So today's show is going to be a little shorter than normal. The holiday weekend is coming up, and I hope you guys, when this drops, have had a safe and happy holiday weekend before I forget. So let's talk about a key point to remember is the importance of the psychology of selling and human nature. When we talk about upselling versus downselling, you have to understand the psychology of selling and also human nature. If you can grasp human nature and understand how people think and act when you're selling a product and or service, if you're an entrepreneur, you need to understand that. So what is human nature? What is natural to people? What's the psychology of selling? How do people respond? And we're going to go through that today. So let's talk about first the psychology of upselling. So upselling is used in situations when you're trying to get a customer to buy something at a low price, or you're giving away something free, such as a lead magnet, such as a free PDF with checklists. And once they buy or accept that low priced item, then you try to sell them something else at a higher price. All right. So basically, you're giving away a low cost product or a free product, or you're selling a low cost product. And as soon as you buy that, you're trying to get them to purchase something else at a higher price. Now, I want to ask you a couple of questions when we come to human nature and the psychology of selling. So the first thing I want to ask you is, how does it make you feel when you get upsold? How does that make you feel? So if you're buying a car, right, then you're going to be sold an extra warranty and undercoating, stuff that you really don't need. How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel warm and fuzzy, or does it piss you off? Another question you want to ask yourself, what are your expectations when you make your initial purchase or accept that free item? What type of expectations do you have when you make your initial purchase or accept the free item? You don't expect to pay more, and you don't want to pay more. That if you got a free lead magnet and then something pops up and says, hey, you got the free lead magnet, buy this. That's what you're not expecting, okay? So once again, you're looking at the psychology of selling and human nature. Another question you want to ask yourself, are you going against gravity by trying to get people to spend more money, or are you going with gravity? And let me explain what I mean by with gravity and against gravity. So gravity has a downward pull, right? Not an upward pull. So when you're upselling, that's an upward pull, meaning that you're starting off with something low or free, and then you're trying to upsell or pull people up. So once again, you have to be very cognizant of human nature and the psychology of selling. Now, I use upselling for low priced items all the time. So for example, if I give away a free PDF checklist, somebody puts in their name, email address, they get a PDF checklist, then once they go through that, my next stage of the funnel is, hey, you got this free PDF checklist. This small product may even help you more, maybe a $19 product or service or whatever. So it goes from a free to an upsell to maybe a $19 mini course or something like that. But once again, that's going against gravity. Gravity pulls things down. All right. It doesn't send things upward. Now we want to talk about the psychology of downselling. And this can be counterintuitive to a lot of people. So first of all, the psychology of downselling, it's used in a situation where you start off selling your higher priced products or services, then you provide lower cost offers. So you start high. And we're going to talk about all types of different things when it comes to perception, when we're talking about the psychology of upselling versus the psychology of downselling. Now, with the psychology of downselling, let me ask you some of these similar questions that I ask you with upselling. How does it make you feel when you get downsold? We know how it makes you feel when you get upsold. You're not expecting it. You get pissed off. They're trying to sell you stuff you don't even want to need. So how does it make you feel when you get downsold? And I'm going to give you an example, right? So just say my one-on-one coaching program is only $10,000, right? Our group coaching program, which, we won't give you the same individual attention as one-on-one program, that's $5,000. And the least effective offer is the DIY do-it-yourself online course for $997. So it should make you feel appreciated to be offered the top of the line program first. And here's why. You're giving them the top value first and then dropping down to the other options, which don't have as many features and benefits. Okay, so I'm giving you the creme de la creme. I'm giving you top of the line offer. This is our best model. This is the most effective model. This is going to provide you with the outcome that you need. I'm explaining all of this to you. Then if that's not for you, we have other options. And we're going to talk about the benefits of downselling in a little bit later in today's show. So the next question is, what are your expectations when you are told about the highest price offer first versus being told about the lowest price offer first? So your initial expectations are set at a higher bar, and you understand all the features and benefits of the top offer. So when somebody comes out with the top of the line offer, they're going to tell you all the bells and whistles. And if they're a good salesperson, they're going to tell you the benefits of why you need the top of the line product or service, and not just the features, but the benefits to you, versus somebody that's selling the bottom tier or giving away a free product or service. The expectation isn't even set as high. All right. So what are your expectations when you're told about the highest price offer first versus being told about the lowest price offer first? Your initial expectations are set at a high bar as you understand all the features and benefits of this top end offer. Okay. And the last question is, are you going against gravity by trying to sell the highest price offer first and then offering lower priced options? And remember, gravity has a downward pull, not upward. So you're actually going with gravity. So, and we're going to talk about some of the benefits here. So once again, you're starting at the top. Okay. Then if people don't take the top, all right, I have the second option and the third option. And we're going to talk about those options in a second. I'm also going to talk about later on pre-qualifying versus disqualifying and how that can also help you increase your sales. But let's get back to the benefits of downselling. So benefit number one is your perception is totally different than being upsold. Downselling's perception of the product and or service is totally different than the perception of being upsold. And once again, when you're being upsold, you're starting at something that's a lower priced or free, and you're trying to go up, versus downselling, you're starting at the top with a premium and then you're going down. So your point of reference is now from a higher level of expectation based on your pricing. Okay, and I want to give you an example of an airplane, and we're going to talk about downselling versus upselling. So use an airplane as an example. So if you're flying in an airplane from a 30,000 foot view in the air, that's totally different if you're sitting in the airplane and your view from the runway. So starting with the premium first, which is the 30,000 foot view, you can see everything below you. Now, if you're sitting on the runway with that in that plane before you take off, you have a very limited view. So when you downsell and offer the high-end product or service first, along with, and this is key, explaining what comes with that product or service, you set that expectation high. That's your 30,000 foot view expectation. All right. In this program, you get this, and this, which will allow you to do that, and that. The next option from the downsell perspective won't have all of those features and benefits, and the lowest option will have even less than the middle option. So once again, if you understand the psychology of selling and you're giving your premium offer first, you're giving that 30,000 foot view of what this offer is and what this offer is going to do for you, as opposed to the runway view, which is the upselling view, where your perspective is totally different. So the perception and the perspective from downselling and upselling is totally inverse. It's totally opposite. Let me give you another benefit for downselling. All right. I've been using the three options presented: high end, medium, and low option, right? So when given three options presented in a downselling scenario, this is key, guys. Most people will take the middle or the top option. So if I give you three options, premium, middle, and low, most people will take either the middle or the top option. Because remember, what you're doing is you're giving them that 30,000 foot view first. You're telling them that this is why you need this, because it's going to do this, this, and this, and this for you. Now, if you have those same three options in an upselling scenario, most people will take the lowest or the middle option. All right, and that's leaving very few, if any, taking the top option, which is going to result in a lower average per sale. Let me break that down again. When you're downselling, you're promoting the premium offer first, then the mid offer, and then the low offer. So studies have shown that most people will take either the middle or the premium offer when you're downselling. Okay? Now, if you're upselling, you start off with the lower free offer, the medium offer, and then the premium offer. Studies have shown that most people will either take the free or the lower cost offer or the middle offer. Now, what are they not taking? When you start off upselling, they're not taking your highest offer, right? So what does that mean to you in terms of revenue? That means that you're not going to make as much per transaction. So in that example I gave you with a $10,000 one-on-one coaching, $5,000 group coaching, and $997 DIY, if you're doing downselling, you're going to have more people take the middle option, which is $5,000, and some people are going to take the $10,000 option, which is the premium offer. That's from downselling. Now, those same numbers, if you're using upselling, most people will take the $997 offer or the $5,000 offer, which is the middle offer, and very few, if any, are going to take the $10,000 offer, which is your premium offer. So using those numbers, if you don't have anybody taking that $10,000 offer, then chances are your average cost per sale, average cart value per sale is going to be lower than somebody that downsells. Okay, so once again, it's the psychology of selling and human nature. Human nature says if you're presented the highest premium offer first, mid, then low, you might say, you know what, I don't need all of this in the premium offer, but you know what? Yeah, you know what, let's go with the middle offer. Versus if you're doing upselling, you start off with a free or low cost item, go to the mid level and then the premium. People start off, the expectation right now is low or free. So it's going to be very hard to move them from that first offer up to the premium offer. You may get them to the middle offer, but it's going to be very hard to have somebody's mindset shift when you're talking a $997 offer, then jump up to $5,000 and then $10,000 offer. And I'm just using this as an example. Okay. So we're talking about the benefits of downselling right now. Another benefit is it's always easier, guys, to reduce your price in the sales process than increase your price. Okay, this is simple sales. Okay, the initial price you set from the start influences the customer's perception of the value of your product or service. So it's always easier to drop your price than to raise your price during the sales process. So, for example, you walk into the store and you're looking at buying some shoes, normally $199 on sale for $149. Oh man, the psychology is I'm getting something. That's the deal. Versus you going in and you're talking to the salesperson about these shoes and you think it's $149. No. These are really $199. Your expectation. Okay, once again, it's always easier to reduce the price. Start high and you can always reduce the price. And that's sales 101, simple selling. Okay, and another benefit to downselling is you can always price your options in a way that it doesn't even make sense for people to take the first option or the second option. Okay, so from a downselling perspective, your premium offer can be stacked so much that the middle offer doesn't make sense for me to take that, and the lower offer doesn't make sense for me to take it because they're bare-boned offers. They don't really have any value. The only value is if I stack that premium offer with all types of add-ons or whatever. So anybody with common sense is going to say, you know what, that middle offer and that low offer, I'm really not getting anything. So if I want this, I have to take the premium offer. So once again, you can position your premium offer and stack that offer and make it more amenable for people to take that offer. So once again, the pricing of your different options. And once again, guys, we're talking about downselling versus upselling. So in a natural situation, which you'll see all the time, especially like on online stuff, free or low cost item. And a lot of people, these gurus call that a tripwire. And a tripwire is a low cost product that people buy, or a free product that or service that people get. And then as soon as they get that, they're offered another product, which is an upsell. And once again, the dynamic of that, human nature is, damn, I didn't want to spend any more than whatever I spent on this low cost item or this free item. But now you're trying to sell me something else, and people reject that. Once again, it's going against gravity. Whereas downselling, I'm going to show you the highest or the most premium product or service first. And I'm going to give you all of the education and information around that product or service and tell you and show you why these are the benefits of purchasing this. And then now you have a fuller perspective, a 30,000 foot perspective on what the premium option is. Now, if that's not within your budget, or it doesn't make sense for you, then you drop down, okay, I have this other option that's maybe better suited for you. Okay, so, and then if that doesn't work, then you go down to the lowest option. But once again, it's all about perspective and how you position this product or service. I hope that makes sense to you guys, because what it's going to do is going to allow you to have a higher average cart value when you start at your premium product and then drop down versus starting at a low cost or free product and then trying to sell up. So those are the concepts of upselling versus downselling. So the first thing that you want to do, if you haven't even done any upselling or downselling, is you want to create multiple offers for your product or service. Okay, or bundles, different bundles. And a bundle is a combination of products or services as opposed to just one product or service. So if you're have an online course, right? So what you can create is multiple options. I just gave you an example earlier. So you can have an online course, DIY, do it yourself. That's your low end option. You can have that same online course with a group coaching component. That's your mid-level option. And then you could have that same online course with a one-on-one coaching component, which would be your premium offer. And it's all based on the same product, which is your actual online course. Same product, same modules, same information, same concepts. The only thing you're doing is you're adding additional things on. So your premium version is one-on-one coaching. That takes away more of your time. So in order to give that one-on-one coaching, what do you have to do? You have to charge more money, make it beneficial. So if you start off with that as your premium offer, once again, some people are going to take that offer and some people will take the middle offer, because you're going to give them that 30,000 foot view of what this premium offer is and what it does for them. What are the benefits? It's going to help you do this, 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 and this, which is going to equate to you making more money or whatever the objective of the course is. So once again, it's all about perspective, remembering human nature, and also understanding sales, the psychology of selling. Now, I want to add one more thing on to this. It's called pre-qualifying versus disqualifying. As an entrepreneur, we're looking to connect with the right customer. We're looking to connect with the avatar, somebody that's right for our business. Now, let's say that you're a CPA and you work with very complicated taxes. So people such as CEOs, entertainers, and athletes that have complicated tax situations, not somebody that's going to just go to H&R Block. So once again, you want to focus on that avatar. And as opposed to pre-qualifying, you may want to look at disqualifying. And here's what I'm talking about. When you pre-qualify, it may be a survey. You're taking a group of people, thousands of people, whatever. You're taking a survey. You're trying to find out if they qualify for your products and or services. So what you're doing is you're sending out your message to a whole large group versus disqualifying is telling people this is who I do not work with. Okay. And what happens is it's almost like turning the funnel upside down again. What happens is the people that it doesn't make sense for, they don't even waste their time going into your funnel, listening to your podcast, watching your videos. You don't want those people anyway because they're not your avatar. They're not your ideal customer. So what we want to talk about is the combination of disqualifying and downselling. Okay. So pre-qualify means you have everybody, hey guys, listen, if here's some questions I want to ask you, and if it makes sense, let's go to the next step. Disqualifying means, hey, this is who this is not for. I'm talking to all of y'all. If you don't have complicated taxes, if you don't make X amount of dollars, if you're not a CEO or professional athlete or entertainer, this doesn't pertain to you. Talk to you guys later. And so what you're doing is you're weeding out or disqualifying people from the jump. So your pay-per-click advertising, all of your Instagram and Facebook ads are going to people that it makes sense for it to go to. So you're disqualifying them right off the top. Now, the combination of downselling and disqualifying can be very profitable for you. So you don't pre-qualify, you disqualify people up front. So even if it's an ad, hey, if you're not a professional athlete, entertainer, or CEO with complicated taxes, don't listen to this or don't watch this video anymore. Goodbye. So I'm disqualifying people. Now, the downsell, then you go through the process of explaining what your services are. Okay. And you start at the top. My premium CPA services for entertainers, athletes, and CEOs will do this, and this, which means A, B, C, D, and E to you. So what you're doing is you're disqualifying and downselling. And that's your premium package. You're starting off with the premium package. Okay. If that doesn't suit that customer who should be a great avatar for that premium package, then you drop them down to the mid-level package. And the worst case scenario, you drop them down to the low end package. But the combination of disqualifying and downselling has been a very profitable combination for astute marketers. Okay, so we talked about upselling versus downselling, and now we're talking about qualifying versus pre-qualifying. And the biggest difference with disqualifying versus pre-qualifying is you're getting the people that aren't going to be suitable for your product or service out of the way, out of the equation from the jump, right off the bat. And what this does in terms of your marketing, now you're only marketing the people that fit that avatar, which number one should increase your response rate and also increase your profitability because you basically discarded the people that don't fit your profile. And so instead of advertising on Facebook or Instagram to all of these people and, hey, these people are moving through the first stage of your process, you want to stop as many people as you can in that first stage. So this is what it looks like. So we're just going to use a Facebook ad. So your Facebook ad is going to say, if you're not a CEO, if you're not an entertainer, if you're not an athlete, if you don't have complicated taxes, stop now and don't watch this video. All right. What does that do? Anybody that doesn't apply to, guess what? They're not going to move any further through your funnel. Now, if I am one of those avatars, I may watch that video on that Facebook ad. Okay, that video now is going to take me to another step of my sales process where I'm going to explain my top end solution, my premium offer to that group that I just disqualified. So that's the combination of disqualify and downsell. So now those people that did raise their hand and they are one of those avatars, when you continue to market to them, your marketing dollars, if you've tagged them, and your marketing dollars now are going to people that fit your avatar. So you're not wasting time with people that don't fit. So disqualify versus pre-qualify. So hopefully this makes sense to you guys. So you want to disqualify and downsell. And if you want to increase revenues and average cart value, meaning when people check out, they're going to have a higher average sale price than upselling, this is what you want to do: disqualify and downsell. Before we finish the last quarter of the show, guys, let me give you my contact information and my resource links. So all of the stuff I'm about to tell you guys, you can go to bebconnect.com. That's a page on my website. It's going to have all of my resource links and all of my contact information for social media. But I mentioned, guys, at the top of the show, my new book is out, A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful E-Commerce Businesses. So if you're interested in building a successful, sustainable e-commerce business, go to anewblackwallstreet.com. Pick yourself up a copy, $14.95 for print, $9.95 for the digital version. Now, if you need additional assistance building your successful, sustainable e-commerce business, my flagship program, Brand Builder Academy Elite, is available at bbaelite.com. You can use the code BBAELITE100 to save $100 off the program. It is an implementation program that goes 15 weeks that takes you from ideation to creation of product and or service, all the way to selling on your platform which you control and other platforms. BBAElite.com. Also, I mentioned at the top of the show, 2 platforms I created to help circulate the black dollar in the worldwide black economy. If you are a black product producer and you want to connect with black consumers with your product, go to besmartbyblack.com. It is free to upload your product information, and you can sell your product worldwide to black consumers that want to buy products from black producers. Now, I didn't forget about you freelancers. So if you do anything on Fiverr.com or freelancer.com, upload your contact information on hireblackfreelancers.com, HIRE, blackfreelancers.com. Once again, it is free. And you can connect with black consumers and black business owners that are looking to hire black freelancers. Now, also, I mentioned at the top of the show, my new rebranded, rebooted Black Entrepreneur Blueprint Academy, BEBacademy.com. You can get 5 days free access to the Academy, and the Academy has all my online trainings, programs, courses, webinars, and master classes, except the Brand Builder Academy Elite. That's a standalone product. But everything else, if you're looking learn how to start to build a business, if you want to scale your business, go to bebacademy.com. Get 5 days free access to everything inside the Academy. And it's a try before you buy. So you can take any course, training, program, or webinar inside the Academy. We update the content every month. You can go to bebconnect.com and get the links to everything I just talked about. And I'm also going to give you real quick my social media links. And once again, you can find that at BEBconnect also. So anything long, guys, hit me on my email, jjones, JAYJONES, at blackentrepreneurblueprint.com, Facebook, Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, Twitter, jjones001, JAYJONES. 001. Instagram, I have 2 Instagrams. My main one is jjones for real, JAYJONES, the number 4, REAL. Also on Instagram, Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Now, YouTube family, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have additional content on YouTube that is not on the podcast. Yes, the podcast comes out on YouTube every week, but I have additional content. Go to YouTube, type in Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, hit the like and subscribe button. LinkedIn, connect with me there, family. Just go type in J Jones, Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. You'll find me on LinkedIn. Also on Clubhouse, hit me at I am J Jones, at I am J Jones. Once again, guys, go to bebconnect.com. All that content and the links are there for everything I just mentioned. The new website is about to drop soon, and all you're going to have to do is go to the website, and it's going to give you a personalized tour of the website, and it's going to take you to the resources that you need based on a few questions that you can answer on the website. So that's coming in about 2 to 3 weeks, and we're going to actually have the brothers that helped create the website or redo my website for me. They're going to be on, and we're going to be talking about rebranding and everything. Got a new podcast logo coming out also. So it's a total refresh and rebrand, and we're ready to take it to another level for the end of 2021 and beyond. So let's get ready to close this out. And I just want to remind you guys, don't sleep on downselling versus upselling. So once again, we know upselling is the normal way that most people think about things, but think about downselling and how that can increase your profitability and your average cart value. So if you make more money per transaction, that's obviously beneficial to you. Now, I talked about just recently the combination of disqualifying and downselling. So that's a very profitable combination that can help you increase your cart sales also. So once again, we have the two dichotomies, upselling versus downselling and pre-qualifying versus disqualifying. So I hope this was beneficial to you, and just give it a shot. Try downselling and see what happens versus upselling. All right. And once again, I know it's counterintuitive because a lot of the quote unquote gurus always talk about, a tripwire product, low end product, and then upsell. But try the downselling concept because you really don't have anything to lose. Give it a shot and see what happens, and hopefully you'll be pleasantly surprised. You just have to make sure that your premium offer makes sense. So once again, it has to be aligned with what you're doing, and it has to be bold enough and beneficial enough for people to jump on the premium offer. Before we close on out, I just want to thank the BEB family. I say this each and every week, but it's true. We get more and more downloads every episode, and that's because of you guys, the BEB family. Please continue to spread the word about the podcast, the blog, and the movement. Once again, it's about building an economic power base in the worldwide Black economy. And there's no revolution without economics. And we have to start building Black-owned businesses and also supporting Black-owned businesses. Use that mini supercomputer that you have in your hands, not just for fun and games, but use it to seek out and search for Black-owned businesses that you can patronize, be it in person or online. So everybody's buying stuff on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, and all these other platforms. Make sure, guys, that you seek out these Black-owned companies, and you can support them by going to their online stores. All right, it's very common now for everybody to buy online, so let's not sleep on that. So we don't have the excuses that, I don't have this type of Black-owned business in my neighborhood, because the world is at your fingertips. It's a worldwide economy, and make sure, guys, we build and support Black-owned businesses. Love you guys. See you same time next week. Peace.